How you doing, everyone? Hope you're having a great day. Just gonna have a really quick look at the OG, which is ACH Alchemy Pay. I think this was one of the first tokens I covered when I started up the channel, and I know there's some valued subscribers that are still hoping I'll improve the number of videos that I make on ACH. To be fair, I'll only make a video if I expect some significant movement in the price action, and I hope that this video is valuable and shows you basically where we are, where we've been, and where we're expected to go. Now, following the move, I will just say that we're sitting on the weekly chart at the moment, and although the Fibonacci that I've added here only essentially kicks off from the move that where we saw a 20% pump, 20x pump, that is actually the all-time low. So I kind of wanted to keep this really specific to the micro penny, correct with the figures. But essentially, if I drag that over here, then I'll be kind of struggling to find the absolute low. But where we are, this is specific, accurate, perfect price action, and I'm using Huobi because they go back as far as I need them to. So all-time high was just basically 20 cents, just above 20 cents, and we're currently sitting at 4 cents. So we've got a long way to go. We've dropped, significantly. I didn't think we'd ever see a 4 cents ACH, if I'm brutally honest. I think I held it circa around the 7 cent range. As you can see, it didn't do well for me. I pulled out on the loss, and that's no one. I mean, I advise everyone never to sell at a loss, but when something really is dying a death and is losing significant support, you kind of have to sometimes cut your losses, which is why I always advise that you only sort of invest what you're prepared to lose, and also spread out your portfolio so you haven't got all your eggs in one basket. Right. Moving on from a little bit of financial advice, which is the absolute opposite of what this video is supposed to be. They're only there for entertainment value, although you do get the transparent stats with me. What's happened? So we hit the high and we started to retrace. We did find some support at the 618, and it did look like we were going to have some continuation. This is way back in like the summer of last year. We then began to fall off the table. And yeah, we whipped back not quite as far as the 786. We started to find some excuse me. We found some resistance and then support at essentially the original price where this token goes back to, which is like September 2020. So we kind of bottomed out at the previous high, if that makes any sort of sense. So what we've been doing since then, essentially we've been hanging around. We had a quick back test at 786, and then we launched, made it through the 618, the 0.5, didn't quite make it up to the 382, and then we tailed off, kind of hung around there, and then it brings us into the great Bitcoin all-time high regions, and the sell-off just ensued. So sadly, we whipped straight through the 786 and created, in essence, this I can't call it an all-time low because it's not. It's basically an area of support, which for those people that have come into the token after the giga pump, to them it's going to be an all-time low because they wouldn't have seen the action around these areas. So in essence, we have found some support back here where we started out with support back in September 2020. So it's not nice to see that after 18 months we're kind of in the same place, but some could say it's a good place to be right now. And the reason I'm going to say that is I'm going to flip into the daily chart and you will hopefully see why. So where are we on the daily chart? We're kind of sitting within two channels. We had a significant support resistance area here, which channels in between 5.7 and 6.5, where when we have broken above it, we've gone for a little run, which is tremendous, and the most recent one took us to about 9.5, 9.8. But when we're below it, we really do, pardon the French, shit the bed. So currently we've bottomed out and we've been consolidating, and we have been consolidating for 13 days. Now, tokens very rarely consolidate for that period of time without making a move, and as we saw here with ACH, once we bottomed out, and I'll take it from this moment, we consolidated for 20 days, and then we had a launch which was over a 50% pump, or there or thereabouts. So from there we had a massive sell-off. I think there's a lot of people that essentially had bought into the token and basically just watched their portfolios sliding off the cliff, and the moment we had a little pump, it kind of saw a get out clause for a lot of people. So quite sad to see that we had a big downturn, but we are where we are, and we're back at the price action from September 2020, and we're in a consolidation pattern, and again we've put ourselves into this little channel. Now if we can break above 4130, we should be able to have a retest at the 786 at 439, and I think once we break above there and get into this zone here, this lovely clear as day, not much support resistance in our path other than at just sub 5 cents. Once we get in here, we're going to see some level ups coming. I think once we manage to break above the 786, we're going to see a lot of volume come into this token. And just to say as well, I mean, I try not to touch on the tokenomics too much because I try and keep the videos short. However, there is so much going on with ACH, AMP, a couple of other of these fiat to crypto tokens, where the use of them, basically, how do I put it? It's all good with what they can do and what they're going to do. What's not good is the way they're publicizing it. There's zero advertising. Now, is this because they are essentially doing a lot of backdoor testing of these new platforms and the way that they're going to be used? And that's what I'm hoping, because I don't think ACH essentially is widely known. And yeah, just for a good marketing campaign and getting this used by you, the person down the road, the person across the continent, when they can understand what ACH does, and they have fixed a lot of the problems that were going on, especially around security, and data security being a big one, you're going to see this thing absolutely fly. Now, Bitcoin's been doing a nice little run for the last 3 days. I can't say that Bitcoin going on a nice little run has affected ACH, because essentially, I mean, for the fun of it, I'm going to just put this out. It's been a 17% move, but that's no different to what we've seen over the last 2 weeks. This thing has moved top to bottom 20%. So from the middle of the range, 10% up, 10% down, you're kind of used to seeing that. And there are people out there that will invest and manipulate a stock's price to make a 10% gain. Because if you put enough money in, you can draw out 10% profit. And if you do that consistently, you are going to see tokens fluctuate and not see their true price potential. Now, all I can say is that there's some big news coming for ACH. And once we break above this significant support zone or resistance at 786, I do expect it to begin taking off. Now, I don't want it to take off too soon, but I do expect it to begin making some monumental moves. Now, just looking at the hourly, you can see in recent couple of days, we're trying to break out of this channel. I don't think it's going to be long before we do. So, not financial advice, but you know what ACH is like when it moves. It absolutely blows. So this could be one to keep an eye on. All right, best of luck. Take care.